Today I would like to tell you about soul, spirit, the difference between spirit and soul. Also, when the soul enters the body, as the soul leaves. Also about the opportunity to heal inside of the womb, the soul. There are parallel incarnations and my experiences with that. And of course, how smart our kids are, much smarter than us. I'm Yuliia, Akashic Records reader and healer, and I study all these terms for myself at some point of life and share then my exploration. When the soul enters the body, so it happens at the moment when sperm enters the ovum. So at this point, when the embryo is created, it's already with the soul. So from this moment, it hears, listens, everything, understands and feels the embryo, and also remembers everything what is happening inside of womb and outside from the mother. There is also a theory that it goes for some time away from the embryo and then comes back. But the closer it's to the birth, the soul stays all the time with embryo. How the soul chooses parents. Yes, they come to family from above and check is the right parents for them, and this is the moment where the people start to talk about kids. This is the moment when the soul decides maybe it will come to this family. I had experiences where I was watching my, like before incarnation, I was watching what's gonna happen. So it looks like that like a screen for me. It was like something round, like a globe, and I was watching the different possibilities of how my life would evolve. And we choose our parents according to their lessons that the soul want to achieve, want to finish in their lifetime. Also, most probably it can happen that your kids, you already met this soul in your past incarnations in some different roles. It can be in the same, like you are child and parent, but it can be vice versa. It can be that you were a couple or you were friends. This is possible. It depends on a lesson of a soul that they would like to finish, where the soul lives and how it comes into a body. So in general, there is like kinda like a hierarchy structure to understand. On top there is a creator of the universe, and then it's also spirit next to it. The spirit consists to be as a creator, and the spirit divides into a soul parts. There would be spirit or higher self, and the parts of it would be as souls, and these souls, they are put into a different parts. For example, into a body, as we all know, we have soul, and I imagine it's somewhere on a heart level. Then we have it inside of the earth, and on a crystalline earth grid, we put a part of a soul. That's why we sometimes feel that in some places we feel really good, or we want to come back to some place, because we even say I lost or I left a part of a soul there. So it's literally happens like that. The part of a soul exists in that place, and you can come back, or you can just return this part of a soul to yourself with your intention. And also we leave a part of a soul at the higher self and at our spiritual guides, angels, archangels. So before I was always thinking that spiritual guides, archangels, that is something different, that it's some higher, of course they have a higher vibration, but I thought it's some foreign people, and I'm must be really conscious what I ask and do not disturb them. But then from a book about Akashic Records, I read that it's also part of soul, so everything is one. So on some part it's my soul as well there, so I can, whenever I want, I can come back there and ask whatever I'm concerned. And higher self as well, it's part of me, and it has a more memory. The higher self, it has all the memory, let's say, but we go to the earth with a small part of a soul, and we must to live in this 3D world, because the spirit, the soul itself on top, it's like it limitless. There is no borders, and it's pure love and unconditional love and light and peace. But when we come to the earth, we come to evolve our evolvement soul. Is not possible on top, because there is no struggle, nothing. It's just unconditional love, and you kinda not grow if you do not have some obstacles in front of you. That's why the soul chooses for growth at some point to come to the earth. But to come to the earth, they need to first decrease the vibration. So the highest frequency is like love, but to come into a physical body, we need to reduce our vibration and to feed into body somehow. That's why we consciously decrease it. We forget everything what soul knows. This we need to, because only through not understanding what's happening through the struggle, or like through exploring your nature and coming back to the source again, you can grow. That's the point, how it works, why the soul like so huge, where we have God in us, but then we come back to physical body to still, even in dark time, in a hard situation, if we again remember who we truly are, that we are the source, that we are creators, that we are limitless souls and spirit, then through this we bring another quality of light back to the spirit, and this is how everything feels much more better, the better quality. Sometimes we search a second part, or we need a partner, doesn't matter, for love life or for a business partner, but the best is to be a partner with your higher self. So there are different techniques how you could adjust meditation, but it's also enough your intention to connect to your higher self, to a like bigger part of you which knows all the truth and who you truly are. Connect to it, and with this is like a love. A best partner is your higher self. So not search it from outside world, but inside of you would find the best love partner, the best business partner. Told that kind of womb, the child hears everything and remembers everything. If mother had bad feelings or some tragic moments happened, it's everything the embryo feels and remember, and it will influence his life or her life in general in future. And there are different also meditations where you could heal. Now the energies, the quality of energies is much better. We have a new opportunity where we can just rewrite all the past and put whatever we want. So you, if you were born in a not so good situation for mom, or yourself, you born a child and you feel like you regret that you were not so much loving or expecting a child, you can heal each month. Put like intention to send a light for each month of the child involvement in womb, and it will be healed completely. So the child would feel that it's loved and it's expected. Also, as a part of a soul, we live. For example, we come with some portion of a soul, but through life we somehow lose ourselves and our soul, and we say like, I lost my soul in some situation or in some relationship, and with this your light inside life and the life in general wouldn't feel so good, and you can return from that situation the lost pieces from some quarrels or some hard relationship, or where you loved and didn't feel love. You could return your pieces, and you could bring back the pieces inside of you of a different person, so make such a cleaning and give it back, and you would feel much more complete. There are parallel incarnations, that is real. I had experiences like 2 times where I was working a lesson, like a soul lesson, not for myself like Yuliia soul, but for a part of my soul, but in another person. It was 2 times. Once I had on my feet, on the bottom, like out of nothing, like white dots with a red dot inside. It was like some skin disease. I even didn't check it, but as I have entrance to the soul level over the Akashic Records, I could ask what is this. Also, I have a friend, she is like with a very great clairvoyance, so she helped me with that, and she told that this is a lesson I took from my soul, so my vibration is already like higher, and I could sense that someone needs help and can't couple with that, so I take it on me, I recognize what it is, and I solved that issue. And another time it was about the money, so I now started to work on myself, and at some point, because I wished that I would work with the light and everything is great and it's easy money and my life purpose, but at some point I understand it's still hard, and I again ask my friend, like, could you read for me? And she tells, yes, the problem with money, it's again not yours, but from a girl, it's a 16 years girl, she lives now somewhere, we didn't check that, I'm not so interested. Of course I'm interested, but I'm not sure if I would be shown all the details, but the matter is just to solve this issue. And this was the issue of her, because she thought that big money is like will spoil you as a person, it's like just a negative belief. And me as Yulia, I also had this belief, but I already fixed it few years ago, and I know that money is just projects what we have inside. So if you were a bad person and you have a bad intentions, the money will make just you a worse person. But if you are a great person, you have a big heart and you have a wish to help others, the money will just scale that feeling, and you will project that to the world. So I knew this, and I tell it to my friend, like, that's really not mine. And I also help that girl. I didn't help because in that situation she also needs to go through these lessons. I guess not this one for money I fixed, but she had also another one. I had a neck pain, and it was about a relationship with mother, which I also fixed recently. So for money I fixed that for her. I just explained to her that what I told you, that the money is just energy, and it shows who you are. And if you are good, you would be also a good person with money. But for relationship with their mother, I left it because that's our parents are our spiritual teachers, so she most probably need to learn this lesson for her, and I didn't help with that. So I just give it back, this lesson, to her. I told her, this is you, this is another part of my soul, and I'm having this part of a soul, and we are different, and I don't need to take this lesson. And this was finished. The same problem my friend had as well, about she was considering to make like YouTube videos and be more popular clairvoyance and like channeler and Akashic Records reader on a YouTube. But then we found that also there was some negative belief which was not her, but also the part of her soul, and we give it to her. She's just 5 years old girl, and most probably in future she will be on a YouTube, but this lesson about showing up publicly, it was her lesson, but the soul, which is on a higher vibration, the part of a soul, took this lesson somehow subconsciously. It was about parallel incarnations. And the last one I would like to tell, that the kids, they remember about past incarnations much better than we are. I guess till 5 or maybe 7 years. If you would ask them, like, how did you choose me, like as a mother or as a father, they will give you an answer. But like, don't be surprised, and do not tell them like, oh, it's just illusion, it was not like this, because they will just shut up their intuition if it's not accepted. Maybe that's why we also do not remember this, because at some point when we entered the room and told like, hey mom, some spirit is inside, or like some essence that looks like a monster, and we told like, no, you just have a fear, no one is there. Kids, they see it. And yeah, if you could ask them really, how do you know how you were chosen, how you do this like reading how you were chosen, your mom or father, they will tell you how, and you can learn from them. I'm really looking forward when my child will start to talk, because I would like really ask him a lot how his past lives were, how he was choosing us, and all the details that I'm now like remembering again how I was doing it, but he remembers that by himself. If you would like to get Akashic Records reading for yourself, do not hesitate to contact me. Also, we could do different healings for different situations, and also if there are some issues that are repeating themselves again and again, that also can be removed. We just will find the real issue when it was happened in your incarnation and why it influences now, and heal it. It's now in a new energies. It's really easy, and more people would like to do that for themselves, and also most of us will learn how to read the Akashic records really soon.